Hi friends and friendly subscribers, welcome back to my channel. This is Inner Hill Tarot, and today we're going to unbox the Enchanted forhaxa. I hope I pronounce it correctly, forhaxa tarot by MJ Cullinane. And this one is the mass market edition, not the indie deck edition that she's doing it a year before or something like this. And I'm going to do an energy pairing with this deck. I feel that this deck by Francesca Mattioni is one of those decks that really underrated, not a lot of people using it. So I would like to see if this resonating with the Enchanted forhaxa by Hay House basically. And like most of the decks right now is made and printed in China, so it's looks very beautiful and quite well, it's a little bit shipping, but for mass market I think it's a good quality actually. I just don't like it's made in China. you know my beef with that country, because they also faking a lot of tarot decks. So I believe that until they discovered how to understand on and abide international copyrights, I think we should not printing a lot of decks there. But then again, like in America, a lot of the artists that I know of who does independent deck, they said that the American printers, they sending it out to China anyway, so it makes no sense to not just go there directly, which is a bit sad. Like a country who can send people to the moon but cannot print their own tarot decks. That's a bit absurd to me, but hey, who am I to judge, right? So yeah, let's see the deck guidebook first. It's copyright 2023 by MJ Cullinane. So yeah, she's also have other card decks, the Grimalkin Curious Cats, Guardian of the Night, and Urban Crow Oracle. The Grimalkin Curious Cat Tarot, in the end, I also pass it along to some of my other friends who like it, because I don't know, this thing with the MJ Cullinane deck, sometimes it feels very a lot of things happening to me. And with the cat, it's a little bit hard for me to understand their energy. It is really cute, but still, and yeah, I don't know. So let's go to the introduction. Hello and welcome to the enchanted land of forhaxa. I hope the word I'm not butchering it, okay? I don't know how to say it actually. A word that means bewitched in Swedish. When I set out to create the artwork and the stories for a new tarot deck, my mind drifted to a magical place of fairies and mermaids. Okay, however, in my mind, fairies are not stereotypical diminutive creatures spreading pixie dust, and the mermaids are closer to those found in sailor stories than Disney's. Each creature is non-binary and possess feminine and masculine energy. Because of this, you will find that the pronouns within the guidebook are they, them. Okay. So this is like a trance deck then for mermaids and fairies, basically. So this is how to use the deck. So yes, if this come out, the energy in the deck, and then no, Council of Monarch, Okay, so it has like different name in the deck itself. Maybe influencing energy. So there's spread here. So this is basically based on her meditation and what do you call it, perception, basically. Maybe Council of Monarchs is the Emperor. Okay, about the author, Margot Jones, Seattle-based artist. Okay, so that's it from the guidebook. It's a little bit skimpy on the spread. There is only one spread featuring in the deck here. Anyway, I think you can use other MJ Cullinan spreads for this deck as well. So let's start the flip through. I'm not sure if it's going to be a silent flip through or not. We shall see. I'm just going to say something if I see anything that's resonating with me, if I like them or not, okay? So enjoy. Oh yeah, I do the pairing of this deck because both are featuring fairies, so that's one of the reasons. It's very interesting to me because she said that it's a daydream, but of course it has to have a binary feeling, so it feels more feminine to me in the Fool for both deck. And it's interesting, both deck have red hair on them. It's very curious. Okay. They both look pretty fearless. It's more like a... Yeah, I think I have to read the guidebook. It's very interesting art, actually. Both of them. I really love this deck. And the Empress in this deck, Francesca Matteoni, is really beautiful because it says the archetype is Fauna. It's a goddess archetype that's fauna means animal also. It's very animalistic but very productive, and it's nice to see a very different take on this Empress energy, because in here it's like the pregnant fairy, so therefore feminine, I guess, but in this one it's like very svelte, and yeah, it's actually can be a trans person in here. It's very interesting, but I guess fauna is also a very feminine word. I don't know. And I love the bunnies here, both of them. It's featured the flowers. Very Empress energy, basically. Wow, look at this Emperor and the Council of Monarchs. So basically it's not one person, but it's a council. It's very beautiful, actually. I really like this. This is all with the elements on each other. Look at this Hierophant. It's kind of resonating with each other. Learning from the trees. It's beautiful artwork. It's very nice. Wow, look at this chariot. I love this chariot cards. It's very different from a lot of... It's kind of a lot of decks, and it kind of remind me of the Angelina Jolie movie, Maleficent. This looks like her on this black crow, because the black crow is also her friend, right? And in here is a story of enchanted deities or fae in the forms of a horse, basically, that untamed horse. Beautiful chariots. Wow, it's beautiful. Also connecting with the dragon energy. It's nice. And here is the Maria Sabina, the mother of psilocybin. Basically, she's the one who introduced psilocybin to around the world back in the 50s or 60s or something. Beautiful deck. There's a lot of crow imagery in here, huh? Oh, look, it's so beautiful. So they're all touching the wheel. It's kind of like giving the idea of you're taking responsible of your own wheel of fortune, you know, as there's an active participation here in both decks. It's really beautiful. I like how both decks have this two arms go out to side by side, and in here in this deck is like the Ma'at, law of Ma'at, with light as a feather, the heart that light as a feather, lightheartedness, that is justice, and in here is like Lady Justice with the sword of truth, you know. So beautiful, powerful decks, this two, huh? It's very beautiful art. I'm so happy I have the both decks. Is so beautiful. Look, the feeling of hanging, and it's not suspending. It's still suspension in air, but it has a total different feelings also, right? This is like by the self-possessed and the understanding what is making you stuck, and this one is like just the feeling of surrender, being taken over by something else that greater than that person. So beautiful. I don't like both decks death card though. I feel that the other major arcana archetypes is quite profound, so the death is kind of wak. It's a little bit hard to topping the other arcana so far, but maybe it's just me. I like both deck though. It's kind of like giving the notion to go back to the earth instead of transformation all the time. Sometimes death need to acknowledge physical death, which is both of this deck is doing, I feel. It's beautiful. Look at this temperance. And the temperance in this deck is the Sandman. He's supposed to be the Sandman here. Just I really love the idea in giving people dreams. It's like Santa Claus but everyday kind of feeling. And this one, oh my god, look at the wings on this. I don't quite get it though. I have to read the guidebook, but look at the wing configuration. It's so beautiful also. It's like transmuting water through the wings. Like this looks like a exact same kind of personification of the devil. The hair, quite similar. It's quite fascinating. This is why I like to do energy pairing between two decks of different artists, because then you know that the collective unconscious is real, you know. Some of the deck are really resonating to each other, and therefore it means that this type of like the devil here, this type of the fae type of the devil is kind of so strong. It goes to different artists in a similar imagery, how they imagine it. It's beautiful. And the tower, I kind of don't get this tower. It looks like the devil to me. Why this is the tower? I have to read the guidebook also. It feels like, I don't know, it's like a feel of a volcano or something instead of, it's probably volcano, isn't it? Engulfing a forest and creating tsunami, therefore, in the background. And I'm really interested in this because this is like wearing the crown of the star in the head, and also this in the head, but there's an additional in the heart as well. I think this is the Merkaba. And look at this golden, that's also similar in here, the golden Milky Way. It's so beautiful. Oh, I really love these two decks together. I don't know, maybe I'm delusional. You can tell me, okay? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't resonate at all. That would be funny. Look at this one. It's like looking at the reflection of each other. So beautiful. And this one is with the kitsune, the the nine-tailed fox. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. This is also funny. Why Santa Claus in the Judgment again? Is he looking for new reindeers or something? It's funny. And this one is so beautiful, the Judgment also. And it's just like the soul glowing up. I love in here the world is, look at the type of being surrounding him, the god Pan. It's like, it's quite beautiful actually. And the world in here is in the elements. So fire, Ace of Wands. I don't know, what is this? Is this supposed to be a person? Yeah, it's a person. It looks like fish. It's not very clear. I like the feeling of the black crows, and in here is also black crows somehow. It's like night and day. Oh yeah, I got it, because this deck is dedicating some parts to the Amazonian jungle. So it's like this. It's really weird, this one. Okay, this is the starting of something. And the Three of Wands is like the back side of this Two of Wands or something. The front side, front and back. So she's thinking of doing something and she started doing it. Okay, I can take that. It's beautiful. Wow, against the snakes. This one is actually paralleling to the Two of Wands here. Look, the background of the city here. This looks quite similar. Tarot. Six of Fire, Six of Wands. It's also with the flower here. It's very interesting. It's so funny against the ghost. Oh, and it's also against the salamander. All by myself. I feel that's the theme song of this card. So with the 8 of Wands from this deck, the fairies and magical creatures, I didn't know that this is supposed to depict Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens. Kensington Gardens is one of the area in London that I frequently go to. I think I'm going to make another video about that and Peter Pan actually, and see the correlation. Of course, I'm going to take it from Disney because the Disney version is what I know, but I will try to look at from different perspective. I guess I would see a different kind of sketches that will resemblance Kensington Gardens. And this 8 of Fire in here, it's again makes me feel like in the Angelina Jolie, the Maleficent archetype, huh? It's quite strong. It's beautiful. 9 of Wands. Perseverance, keep going. It's like a kid become a werewolf or something. 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands. Wow, this is against the deforestation look. So beautiful. And this is also, it's Saturn in Sagittarius energy. Very beautiful look. The volcano. Page of Wands, Page of Fire. I love this also, huh? Beautiful. And it looks like more like a Native American face to me now. And I love it in here also on the geese, very fast moving. And this is like giving the energy through the snakes. So beautiful. Queen of Fire. Where's the cat? In both deck, there's no cats for the Queen of Fire. Okay. Ace of Cups. Oh, it's interesting. Both is like a feminine figure. Okay. The Knight of Swords. It's very interesting. It's spinning its wheel to tell the story. It's also the Knight of Swords. It's giving narrative. When it's in here, it's like giving a lot of messages, or yeah, based on the intuitive mind. Queen of Swords, like peace, armies of peace. I don't know. I think in this deck, everything I tend to look a little bit more feminine. Even the Kings looks quite feminine actually. And the Ace of Earth. It's beautiful with the boar. Wow, look at this. The two of... They look like in the same place in the jungle. It's like on top of the trees, and this is in the bottom of the trees. Oh, hello. The foxy here. And this is all the orange color. It's working with others. 4 Pentacles. This is interesting imagery for 5 of Earth or 5 of Pentacles. You have a lot of wolves inside of you. Which one you're feeding? Type of imagery. Beautiful. Seven of Pentacles. Wow. I wonder what this story is again. I have to read again. And this one is also very interesting. Look, the fox is kind of have the saliva all over him. He's wondering when is his time, you know, to get the fruits of his labor. Interesting. Oh, look, it's so beautiful. Both of the deck, and they're like opposite each other. One is like with the very industrial machinery, one with the natural machinery. Oh, it's beautiful work. 9 of Earth, happiness, fulfillment. Tea ceremony and story time. It's beautiful, huh? This one with the ladybug. It's really interesting to put it as the pentacles. Page of Earth. This is the tree with the apple tree, and this is the fruit of labor. So beautiful. Both of them so resonating. I'm so happy with this. Oh wow. And the Knight of Earth. This is a type of mushroom actually. And the fact that this is on the antler, it makes, and this is like another pun type of being. And the shape of the mushroom, it looks like this as well. It's quite interesting. And it's like, yeah, moving slowly, cautiously. Queen. It's the same color as the dress. Finally, our King of Pentacles is David Bowie, conquering the world. And the background, it feels to me like Harry Potter, Hogwarts School type of thing. It's like, it is like David Bowie can change his image and the world that he's inhabiting. He's in control. And you see like the elder, it's called the elder now, it's not the king or queen. And the queen is the queen. It's something about this type of the deck, it's kind of makes me feel that some of the deck is really trying hard to avoid the male perspective or the male representation in the decks. So this is the back of the decks basically. Yeah, we just finished the flip through finally. Just a bit long. Because yeah, it's quite interesting deck of fairies, and I find it a bit weird, to be honest, because some of the for this deck, basically the Enchanted Forhaxa, it feels like a little bit I love the imagery more than the cat basically, you know, but it feels like also tends towards the feminine side, like the emperor used to be just an emperor. I feel that I mean, it's really interesting that it's instead of an emperor, it's a council of monarchs, and it depicted looks quite genderless, but to me it looks more towards the feminine side, to be honest. And I don't know, there's all the imagery here depicting the femininity more, even though it says that it has no gender, but it felt like it's a feminine deck. It's very much so. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind about that really, because if she felt that fairies are they them and it tends towards the feminine, then it is what it is, I guess. It's all the artist's prerogative, but it's kind of makes me feel it's a loop-sided energy. It's not very balanced. And you know, I feel that for us who wants to do shadow work and also contacting fae energy, balance is really the key. Without balance, everything, it's there is, you would, it's not a lack thing, but it's like if the depiction of something is not balanced between the male and feminine power, then it's kind of lose its charm in a way that's kind of like a getting rid of the charming possibility even, you know. So for example, the magician, it is depicting like a male, you know, in this deck, but also like we can, it's just like, I don't know what to say about it. It just makes me feel as if that there is no male presence in this world, and I'm not sure if it's realistic. It's make it not very resonating. I mean, the Two of Cups here, it's one of the most masculine figures that I see in this deck actually, and it's more like in a trans gender side of things, but most of them is very, very feminine figure. So I don't know. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate because I really like this deck, but at the same time, I don't know how resonating this could be for me. Actually, is it more towards the work of Starseed's work? I don't know. It's nothing against the non-binary and transgender people. It's more like, for me, what is resonating for me, you know, to see it around my outward reality. It feels more resonating when there's a depiction of male quite clear. In the cards, you know, but probably it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the old fart in this game of imagery. So that's it, guys. That is my hot takes of this MJ Cullinan, the Enchanted Forhaxa Tarot. Let me know if you already work with this deck. Do you like this deck? Do you work with it daily? How do you feel about it? Please let me know. If you don't like it, why you don't like it. If you like it, why you like it. Please comment if you watched this far, and also don't forget to subscribe, share, and comments, because all of those comments and sharing and also subscribing is really helpful for my channel to keep on going. And I'm really thankful for you to do that, because it's a joy for me to do this type of work. It's almost not feel like a work. It's just for me. It's also studying what's going on in the tarot world at this moment, you know. So I hope this video entertaining for you and helpful for your tarot journey, as your comments and your sharing also help in my tarot journey. So I guess I see you in the next video. Bye bye.